You see on their face some hatred. They asked us to pay 1,000 CFA. Price of item in Ivory Coast is quite cheaper as compared to Ghana. They are impatient. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's a girl Efyakimora here. If you're old here, thank you so much for coming back, and if you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. But please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be part of this amazing family and enjoy more educative, interesting and adventurous content from here. I'm going to share with you my experience and impression about Cote d'Ivoire as a Ghanaian throughout my visits to the country. So let's get right into the video. So first of all, I'm going to talk about how I was able to cross the border, like past immigration, then to the country itself. So from Ghana, Kumasi, I passed through the Elubo border. The Ghana immigration, it was so smooth and simple. But when I got to the Ivorian border, first of all, they stamped my passport for 5,000 CFA. 5,000 CFA, they checked my passport and then the yellow fever card. So I was able to pass freely and then paid my 5,000 CFA, go. So from the Norway, the border of Ivory Coast is Norway. So from Norway to Abidjan, let's see how the immigration went. For every checkpoint, the first checkpoint was the anti-drug police, especially when they hear you are a Ghanaian. In the bus we were 4 Ghanaians, my colleague and I, and 2 Ghanaians among us. I don't know what's wrong with this Ivorian immigration or security personnel. It's like when they hear you are a Ghanaian, it's like you see on their face. I don't know if you've noticed that, like when they hear you're a Ghanaian, see that impression on their face. So they asked us to pay 1,000. All Ghanaians were paying 1,000. They asked us to pay 1,000 CFA, so we paid. Then we passed through. The second checkpoint, they check us again, but this one, it was only one Ghanaian who was asked to pay 1,000 because his passport was like expired. The third one too, we paid another 1,000 CFA. Nothing, like everything was in tight. To give me your passport, like 1,000. If you're Ivorian, you just go board the bus. If you're a Ghanaian, you pay 1,000. And one Ghanaian colleague showed his brother's national security card to the immigration officer, then he allowed him to go. So from the border to Abidjan, passing through, I have to pay 7,000 CFA. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the language barrier. It's like most Ivorians don't speak English, and you know Ghanaians too, we don't like studying French. Even when you have a French class, you bore or some run away from class. So the language becomes a barrier between you and the people. Yeah, so my advice is, if you want to travel to any, like Ghana, our neighboring countries are francophone, so at least you get your basics, or you have to go with the Google Translator. What I noticed is the Google Translator's French is like quite different from what they speak on the ground, but at least to get that one is going to help you on the ground. And also the third one I'm going to talk about is their food, the acheke. Do you know that my first time enjoying acheke the most was in Ivory Coast? That was my visit to the country. I've tried acheke in Ghana, but I hated acheke. So when I was about to try acheke in Ivory Coast for the first time, I was like, I didn't have the urge to try. But after trying, I said, wow, this is a real acheke. They love acheke. Acheke is their food. Like they can eat acheke in the morning, acheke in the afternoon, and acheke in the evening. They love acheke so much. It's their traditional food. I would say that is their traditional food. And also, let's talk about their economy. To me, comparing prices of items in Ivory Coast to Ghana, I think price of item in Ivory Coast is quite cheaper as compared to Ghana. Their food, any other thing that I bought in Ivory Coast was like quite cheaper for me as compared to things in Ghana. In Ivory Coast, when you are holding 500 CFA, you can eat very well. Like the acheke, you can buy acheke 100 CFA, 200 CFA if you're a foodie, then fish 200 CFA, remaining your 100 CFA. You can eat well in Ivory Coast with a little amount of money as compared to Ghana. That was my experience, and that was what I noticed. I experienced it, so I noticed it. I price of item actually. Then we move on to their food combination, balanced diet. They love protein. They love meat, they love fish, they can buy acheke 200 say for like little amount of acheke, then plenty of fish, meat. They love meat and fish, and their onions. I think they eat onions. If you say people eat onions, Ivorians eat onions a lot. So this is the first one, right? So another thing I noticed about Cote d'Ivoire that I didn't like, I was like, what the hell? You see people smoking, although like they smoke in Ghana, they smoke, but this one on the street. So from Norway to Abidjan, I note even where I stayed, Abidjan, Zimbabwe, Poboy, and even like they smoke freely, comfortably. Students, what shocked me the most was students smoking in open grounds, not like a hidden place like you see them hiding. You see the stubborn students, they'll be hiding and smoking. But with this one, they were smoking around the school. I passed there, that was Poboy. There is this school at the seashore, and these school kids were smoking. I went to sit among them, like they don't care who you are. You don't even know me. They were comfortably smoking. That was very bad to me. And also in Ivory Coast, I noticed there were a lot of people from different African countries living there. Anything fetches them money, so people move there, especially Ghanaians. Ghanaians are in Ivory Coast a lot. The coastside people, the Fantis, the Ahantes, the Evers, and the Ga. And those those on the shore, coastal areas, they like going to Ivory Coast. There are a lot of them in Cote d'Ivoire. I lived among these people in a community where there are a lot of different people from African countries, and the percentage of even the Ivorians there were few. So I had a chance to communicate with some of them, and they say because of their economy. The economy is simple, so easy to get something there, like to get money there. People travel for greener pastures, so why not?
I say this particular tower, like this particular area. You see the zongo level, no money they here. If you now, if you now you can't then it's when you are like you go see say money they come because here the money they say ya had no scour the money they inside ya laza is ya go put the laza is money they here. Now this economy no very simple because Ghana economy no favor one. The economy here, the economy no very simple because you don't hold like 4 cities. If you buy something plenty for you, we ready to have a chop a check it.
I noticed that Ivorians like clothes. As a lady, she would dress with a nice top, then putting on something nice for the down. She prefer using the cloth like as a wrapper. They prefer the wrapper style. They can go miles with that wrapper style, like anywhere, even selling on the street. Anything that they do, they use this wrapper style. It's the corporate people that dress nicely, but for the market women and those like doing their hustling style, they like using the wrapper and cloth. And the last thing that I will talk about is Ivorians, their impatience or intolerance. Sorry for that, but that's what I can use to describe what I noticed. Like they are impatient. I don't know whether it's because of the language barrier. When you approach them, first of all, they see like you don't speak French, so you try to express yourself. Pardon, monsieur, allez. Like they are in a hurry to calm down and maybe try to understand you, like they don't have that time or that patience. Like they're always in a hurry. Like when you stop a car, monsieur, allez, the person should say that maybe, oh, you don't understand French, so maybe you should both of you should do some signs and some language to no, you don't have that time for you. Oh, monsieur, pardon, take me to Plateau. You say, oh, maybe 4,000. Monsieur, 3,000. No. C'est bon, no good. The person will go. They are impatient. I think Ghanaians are more friendly and more hospitable as compared to Ivorians. Ivorians, matter they don't have time. They're always like aggressive. We went to the streets to buy food. Like none of them smile to us. Like maybe they should, like you've seen a different person from different place, so you should, oh, madam, oh, mademoiselle, like, oh, you should like. By the way, like busy that thing was no to me. No, I didn't buy that. So these are my few things I experienced and noticed in Ivory Coast. I want to know in the comment section YouTube what you also experienced or noticed about Ivory. And thank you so much for watching this video. Until later again in my next video, it's your girl Efyakimora here. Love you and bye.